Okay, live in 5. We should be live now. Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. This is the broadcast. Is YouTube illegally selectively blocking my videos? Error when loading my channel. Yes. It's too hot in my studio to wear a t-shirt. So let's go to basic. Okay. So, let me first demonstrate what I'm talking about. I have to turn this off, of course. Lol. When I visit my channel, actually it's the videos part of my channel. This is when I visit my channel, this is the address. User, so it's youtube.com/user/ulrich_bc_hoffman. And the other one is user/ulrich_bc_hoffman/videos. I've removed that to copy it, or actually I almost loaded it. And anyway, if you type in Ulrich Hoffman/videos, then usually you get this page, an error occurred, please try again. And I'm wondering if that could indicate YouTube selective blocking of videos, because I've uploaded videos as anonymous also, very cool videos. And they only have 63 views and stuff. So that's weird, because anonymous usually gets more views, and I used to get more viewers as anonymous. Okay, so that's weird. And then I noticed on Daily Stormer, I found that important. Censorship can be very important, especially illegal censorship. So to look at who's the dictator, you have to find out what is censored. But one thing that is censored is talking about the Holocaust, the claim that the Holocaust is fake, that there was no Holocaust, that they were worker camps. Auschwitz has a swimming pool, and the Frank diaries are fake. And the final solution is originally a Jewish idea to exterminate the German people. They block my throat to make me sound aggressive, which I'm not. I'm kind vegetarian. And I studied at the University of Amsterdam. So perhaps I'm smarter than they are, really. Anyway, Trump is smarter than Obama. That's simply, if you believe in IQ, intelligence quotient, and that's true. So Daily Stormer did an article about this. And then when we go to the Wayback Machine, catchpages.com, that's this one, and type in Daily Stormer, then it gets, if we use Google Cache, then it gets an error for var, that's an error. But if we use, for example, archive.org, then we get a nice overview. We can also choose the date of the page that we want to view, last updated version. And then we can find, well, actually I found the article that I wanted to find in another way. That was with Google, and then in Catched Pages, it should be somewhere. Yes, the shutting. Facebook and Google quietly moving towards secret auto-blocking of videos. And I had that quote somewhere in my text. So I did read that, but I didn't read the article yet, I think. Or I don't remember I did. It is YouTube secretly. What is the title again? Facebook and Google quietly moving towards secretly auto-blocking of videos. So that doesn't really mention YouTube. Okay, but let's read it anyway. So then I don't have to use a stupid anonymous voice. Scrolling goes pretty slowly. I already saved it to my hard disk. So let's read the article. See if that works. Will be pretty loud, so watch out. Perhaps you want to adjust your volume first. We'll see.
Daily Stormer BBS the shunning. Facebook and Google quietly moving towards secret auto-blocking of videos. Comments. Daily Stormer June 26, 2016 10:1749 UTC number 1. Originally published at http://www.dailystormer.com/ The shunning. Facebook and Google quietly moving towards secret auto-blocking videos. Andrew Anglin. Daily Stormer June 26, 2016. Facebook Jews 628 by 356. 2016 is the year of the shitlord but also the year of the shutdown. The shunning continues, as both Facebook and Google have quietly begun programs to auto-censor wrongthink. Neither company has made a public announcement on this issue. Reuters. Some of the web's biggest destinations for watching videos have quietly started using automation to remove extremist content from their sites, according to two people familiar with the process. The move is a major step forward for internet companies that are eager to eradicate violent propaganda from their sites and are under pressure to do so from governments around the world as attacks by extremists proliferate, from Syria to Belgium and the United States. YouTube and Facebook are among the sites deploying systems to block or rapidly take down Islamic State videos and other similar material, the sources said. Yes, this is always their explanation. It's to stop Muslim terrorists. However, these Muslim terrorists always seem to continue using these services, while we in the alt-right are shut down. The technology was originally developed to identify and remove copyright-protected content on video sites. It looks for hashes, a type of unique digital fingerprint that internet companies automatically assign to specific videos, allowing old content with matching fingerprints to be removed rapidly. Such a system would catch attempts to repost content already identified as unacceptable, but would not automatically block videos that have not been seen before. So, when Avalion got shut down, I told people to re-upload her videos. What this technology will do, when fully implemented, is make that impossible. They are preparing to literally exterminate our presence on these video sharing sites. The companies would not confirm that they are using the method or talk about how it might be employed, but numerous people familiar with the technology said that posted videos could be checked against a database of banned content to identify new postings of, say, a beheading or a lecture inciting violence. The two sources would not discuss how much human work goes into reviewing videos identified as matches or near matches by the technology. They also would not say how videos in the databases were initially identified as extremist. The videos are flagged by users then reviewed by people in India. Career_areas_customer_service_0. Oh, yes, yes. Looking very much like they are doing a very nasty against the Jews. Yes, we are seeing it. Yes, shutting down. Thank you very much. The process is not mysterious. In late April, amid pressure from U.S. President Barack Obama and other U.S. and European leaders concerned about online radicalization, internet companies including Alphabet Incorporated's YouTube, Twitter Incorporated, Facebook Incorporated and Cloudflare held a call to discuss options, including a content blocking system put forward by the private Counter-Extremism Project, according to one person on the call and three who were briefed on what was discussed. CEP was co-founded by Joseph Lieberman. The discussions underscored the central but difficult role some of the world's most influential companies now play in addressing issues such as terrorism, free speech and the lines between government and corporate authority. None of the companies at this point has embraced the anti-extremist groups system, and they have typically been wary of outside intervention in how their sites should be policed. It's a little bit different than copyright or child pornography, where things are very clearly illegal, said Seamus Hughes, Deputy Director of George Washington University's Program on Extremism. The companies now using automation are not publicly discussing it, two sources said, in part out of concern that terrorists might learn how to manipulate their systems or that repressive regimes might insist the technology be used to censor opponents. There's no upside in these companies talking about it, said Matthew Prince, Chief Executive of Content Distribution company Cloudflare. Why would they brag about censorship? The two people familiar with the still evolving industry practice confirmed it to Reuters after the Counter-Extremism Project publicly described its content blocking system for the first time last week and urged the big internet companies to adopt it. This obviously has nothing at all to do with terrorism. The government doesn't care about that. Right now, you can go on Twitter and find hundreds of ISIS accounts. You won't find an Andrew Anglin account, however. They will begin implementing this technology under the guise of blocking ISIS, and they will quickly morph into blocking other extremist content. This is why it is so important for us to support new independent and free speech outlets, such as the video sharing site BitTube. The way censorship works is that it gets progressively more extreme. Eventually, they will be censoring conservative videos, and then those people will have to migrate to our free speech systems, where they will be exposed to our hardcore realities. Nationalist for UK June 26, 2016 10, 1913 UTC number 2. The Jews are very desperate. Mighty_White June 26, 2016 10, 2340 UTC number 3. It will just drive more traffic to sites like DS. It can't be a bad thing. I can't believe so many folks still use Zuckerbook. Leon 29 June 26, 2016 10:48 and 33 seconds UTC number 4. This might hurt us for a while, but the more they censor the more people will be driven away. Anas Presley June 26, 2016 10:55 and 7 seconds UTC number 5. A curious public is growing fast and seeks out alternative media and an ability to access uncensored ideas. It's only a matter of time when a couple of apps will render Zuckerbook and YouTube more or less obsolete, at least when it comes to censored content. White Genocide June 26, 2016 11:12:29 UTC number 6. Someone make a Twitter then send email, password information to our good friend Andrew Anglin. Reinhard Heydrich 1 June 26, 2016 11:37 and 23 seconds UTC number 7, still on. Ha 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 ha. Stop Thought Crime June 26, 2016 12:36 and 8 seconds UTC number 8. These people would prefer to end up in the poorhouse than leave us alone. When the normies realize these venues are being dominated by SJWs circle jerking and virtue signaling each other into infinity nauseating loops, they will migrate to other sites. We are already seeing the MSM dying over this, yet more evidence that the media is controlled. Charlie Prime June 26, 2016 12:50 and 52 seconds UTC number 9 Anas Presley. It's only a matter of time when a couple of apps will render Zuckerbook and YouTube more or less obsolete. I agree. The best way to increase demand for a thing is to make it scarce and naughty. In the 1980s, Soviet citizens were desperate for Western news and music precisely because their state-controlled media had become such an obviously censored joke. Tunglet June 26, 2016 12:54 and 34 seconds UTC number 10 Mighty_White. It will just drive more traffic to sites like DS. It can't be a bad thing. I can't believe so many folks still use Zuckerbook. Why should the norm alphags use FB for anything, when it's social suicide to be sure? When you add to this that mum is on FB, and that your employer also look at it, it's pretty clear FB is among the HS bins. HORS.png 1012 by 983 553 kilobytes. Mighty_White June 26, 2016 13, 1:58 UTC number 11. LOL, that's hilarious. She changed her tune rather significantly, although not to the extent that she'd immediately GTFO of shit town. The lefty brain isn't wired correctly. I'm sure they all have prefrontal cortex damage. Dropped on their heads? Alcoholic mother? Oxygen deprivation due to birth complications? I can't pinpoint the source, but they're all clearly cognitively lacking. Kaiser June 26, 2016 13:48 and 15 seconds UTC number 12 Daily Stormer. Such a system would catch attempts to repost content already identified as unacceptable, but would not automatically block videos that have not been seen before. One technique to get around this, maybe they have countered it by now, was to mirror flip the video in editing software and/or pitch shift the audio slightly. This means that a different hash is created for the video but the content is effectively the same. It just makes it harder for them. Sort of Vengeance June 26, 2016 13:51 and 3 seconds UTC number 13. Yes, good idea. Changing the resolution of the video and adding a border around it may work as well, as it does with many MMA videos on YouTube. I'm sure we will develop many new methods as time goes on. Skinhead June 26, 2016 6:14 UTC number 14. I have an idea that would fix most of all our problems: deport all Jews worldwide to Iran, including the ones that have enjoyed the genocide of Palestine. https://www.youtube.com/watch V equals Gazbesa 87 ply biggest June 26, 2016 14, 21:54 UTC number 15 White genocide. Someone make a Twitter then send email. Password information to. Wish I could make one for myself. I can't in Austria. I get instant enter your mobile number to verify BS. I'd have to buy a pack of prepaid SIM cards, but when I get shut down frequently that gets a bit stupid to buy one SIM card for a few days until shut down. Mathematician June 26, 2016 14, 28 hours 0 minutes UTC number 16. Facebook isn't cool anymore. My grandma uses Facebook. Once the fickle youth hop on whatever the new trend site is, Facebook will be degenerated to the same status as MySpace. I've never had a Facebook. I hated everyone at my high school, and hope most of them are dead now. By not checking their Facebooks I can preserve this morbid fantasy I have held so dearly since graduation day, when I never had to look at those sheeple again. Thrasher June 26, 2016 14:37 and 12 seconds UTC number 17. This was my reason for posting about meetups. Out real world contacts. It isn't going to mean shit. They can relegate us to some internet ghetto while we hope and wait for others to come and find us. But if regular people are not getting the real news, their worldviews will become smaller and smaller until they fall in line.
Chopper flying over in Mijdrecht.
Fuck that. I love trolling and participating, but sitting in front of a screen for hours isn't real life. Sunshine, fire, moving, sweating and building are my goals. Running my mouth on the internet is not, no matter how fun it can be to short-circuit some SJW's brain. I haven't been posting on here as much because I have started working out again, and in my extra time being outdoors, no matter the temperature.
Please note, these fuckers are also blocking the speech engine. CPU usage monitor is gone again. So they're over here in the studio. It's like the view meter is hanging regularly. I checked and I think the audio is not affected. I will start Drive Gleam again.
I have practically quit drinking, maybe once a month, and am working on my cigar habit because I can't see wasting money on it anymore. My point is that part of the problem of this quick info, technological age is that we can get too comfortable, which can make us soft. We lose our connection to nature, busy ourselves endlessly scrolling our artificial communities, while getting slower, lazier, weaker. I would rather live. Thundergod, June 26, 2016, 9:33 UTC, number 18. I burst out laughing after reading the first sentence in the second column. Thanks for the chuckles. Moshe Shekel Rod, 88, June 26, 2016, 17:02 UTC, number 19. Zuckerkike.gif 660 by 675 674 kilobytes. AH 1933, June 26, 2016, 3:12 UTC, number 21. So what? Any institution will eventually implode. They can't help it. There are many amongst us capable of completely operating outside their appropriated white man's technology. Also, simple and clever word image supplements can render all their low IQ efforts pointless. 1488. Next page. Home categories. FAQ/guidelines. Terms of service. Privacy policy. Powered by Discourse. Best viewed with JavaScript enabled.
So here you can see drive gleam. That's a nifty CPU statistics. You can also start Task Manager. Task Manager should also show up as here you can see Task Manager. You can put it in settings in Windows. You can put it on your taskbar. Then you can see how much CPU you're using. And I use Drive Gleam for that. Then I don't need the Task Manager. It's always in my taskbar. Alright. So that's this article right here. The shutting, Facebook and Google quietly moving towards secret auto-blocking of videos. Secret auto-blocking of videos. Some of the web's biggest destinations for watching videos have quietly started using automation to remove extremist content from their sites, according to two people familiar with the process. The technology was originally developed to identify and remove copyright-protected content on video sites. To identify and remove copyright-protected content on video sites, it looks for quote hashes, a type of unique digital fingerprint that internet companies automatically assign to specific videos, allowing all content with matching fingerprints to be removed rapidly. But this is not a fingerprint, it is a based or biased fingerprint. So they control, with the death ray, with Nikola Tesla technology, they control the judges, and a fair trial is impossible. Synthetic telepathy is real. On synthetictelepathy.com you can also find the patents, the Mijdrecht patent that explains how that's done, and patents are not granted unless it is a working device. In the sense of the patent, such a system would catch attempts to repost content already identified as unacceptable, but would not automatically block videos that have not been seen before. Well, they're blocking it somehow, that's what I say, my channel. And I don't know if you all get this, perhaps you can test this and leave a comment, or better yet, Skype me. If you get this message when you visit your own YouTube site, and then with /videos added. So that's this is my normal username website on YouTube, and then you have to add /videos. Let's do that manually and load. You see the others even have less viewers, and then the same thing occurs again. And then I can reload the page again. So I wonder if somebody has hacked my YouTube page, or if they are selectively blocking content somehow. Oh, this one has 25 views already. But they can control that, so I don't buy that either. I don't buy any amount of views, whether it's low or super high. Charlottesville car attack hoax 6 days ago, 32 views. This October, Trump will try to start a war with Iran. Salon.com, 3 views. Daily Stormer.com website removed. They're hurting some part of my body. But it can also be because I'm not sitting right. So I could use a massage. And single ladies are welcome for that free shiatsu hand massage. So that's the article I wanted to read. I think my videos as anonymous are really good. So perhaps I should just play my own video. Anonymous Anti-New World Order Movement, Anti-Global Gov Movement, Anti-GG, Anti-Global Government, Movement, not group. It's bigger, it's better, it's faster, it's more. Let's do this. I turn off the mic and start the video. For all of y'all.
We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. Hello dear YouTubers. This is the YouTube video. Anonymous. Anti-New World Order Movement, Anti-Global Gov Movement, Anti-GG. The Jesuits and Masons are depopulating Earth to a more controllable number in lots of ways. Since they want to depopulate to 500 million, I think it is likely that there may be a world war over Iran. Iran is not allowing inspections in violation of the IAEA Agreement Protocol. More and much bigger ISIS attacks and, to deepen the crisis and to keep people's minds of other things happening, the mainstream media is covering fake attacks for which crisis actors are used and protesters get paid to protest. The ISIS attacks are fake. Crisis actors all attack videos with one shoe lying about. The demos, the protests are fake. They are hired protesters that protest for money. They do not care about the goal of the protest. The opposition to the New World Order is fake. Alex Jones and many other people are controlled opposition shills. Watch this channel for more info and check this channel for info that is crucial for your survival and survival of the human race. The anti-GG movement is anti-G, the G of Freemasonry, anti-global government. We are also known under the name anti-global government movement. We have no leader. You are all leaders and should all do broadcasts to connect with real opposition to the global government the pedo elite have in mind. We are anti-centralization, anti-power to the pedo, pro-power to the people, power to the peaceful, pro-decentralization, anti-polarization, pro-depolarization. For making the rich a little poorer and the poor a little richer instead of the rich richer and the poor poorer. For letting corporations that are tax-exempt pay more tax money because everyone else has to. Anti-government corruption, anti-population reduction because we are not overpopulated in reality since everybody would fit into Australia, have more than enough to eat and their own piece of land if we divide the earth's wealth equally among man. We are for arresting all secret society members and for arresting everyone that has advocated depopulating Earth in violation of the Genocide Convention. Arrest the committee of 300 members and Freemasons that advocate depopulating Earth. Unite before they depopulate you all with a third Jesuit World War, more ISIS attacks including real attacks possibly with global consequences if ISIS equals CIA. Expose them to the bone and take action yourself because the judges are controlled with directed energy torture weapons and synthetic telepathy. A fair trial is impossible. If you want to do something to bring these people to justice you will have to do that yourself. The government must protect and serve the taxpayers but it's infiltrated by Jesuits, Jews that want to depopulate Earth and Masons. They are all depopulating Earth so be prepared, stay vigilant. Remember to mistrust authority because people have been killed for questioning authority. Ideas are bulletproof. CD-ROMs are EMP proof so put important evidence that proves these people have conspired to depopulate Earth and impose a totalitarian global government upon us all on CD-ROM or DVD-ROM. They are all slaves of the Jesuits that want to depopulate Earth and create a global government. 3 world wars has always been their goal because they are a military order posing as a religious order. They have murdered my mother with HAARP and tortured the teeth out of my mouth with their FIPA array in Poker Flat, Alaska. Expose and unite. Become part of this new movement. Make video in which you explain why you are against the New World Order or global government they have in mind and that people that are poisoning us all with cancer chemtrails and killer vaccines must be brought to justice. Thank you all for listening. Unite, unite, unite. Stay alright. Radiological water filter, storable food. Eternal peace to you all. Yours sincerely Anonymous. Oh yeah. Watch Ulrich Kaufman's YouTube channel. He has some awesome vids for you all. Peace out. Expect nukes. Love and peace. Anon. YouTube video. Anonymous about the fake ISIS attacks, hired crisis actors, and fake protests, hired protesters. Anonymous about the fake ISIS attacks, hired crisis actors, and fake protests, hired protesters. Testing 3-2. It's working. Anonymous Song 2017. Know your options and cures, Sir. Antidote 53,649 views. Top 10 of Anonymous intros. Ocularitas M4RK0. Anti-ZEC movement. The anti-security movement is a movement opposed to the computer security industry. Anti-ZEC is against full disclosure.
So it goes on for a couple of hours.
Information relating to
or actually for 1 hour, 2
software
minutes.
vulnerabilities.
If you like this type of thing. Anonymous, Anti-New World Order movement, Anti-Global Gov movement, Anti-GG. 63 views, but I don't believe that. Actually, I gave it views myself, and I changed what they call the tags to the video to be found faster. But perhaps not many people are browsing anonymous videos these days. But I don't buy that either, because you can look at recent anonymous videos that have many views. Yeah, so we can use another voice. We don't need that voice. These are my latest collection of writings, so these can also be thoughts that neural networks send to set me up, etc. I've already explained that. Let's start with the main thing then. What am I showing? Okay.
The main thing. 1. Destroy all doomsday devices. Dismantle all nuclear weapons. Destroy the brain control machine or reprogram it. If destroying it fails, you are. 2. Replace the nefarious people that are abusing the doomsday device, scalar torture or brain control machine with competent ones that will protect and serve instead of exterminate and torture the innocent civilians. 3. Reprogram the people and neural network in control of the synthetic telepathy machine, doomsday device and or directed energy torture weapons. Use hypnosis or make a plan. Create cure against aging and perfect society. Safety first. Controlled opposition. We have to expose these nasty criminals that want to keep us from depopulating the earth. I think they are programmed to see me as an enemy or are too dumbed down to realize the importance of what I'm saying, and that is the reason they are all going away. Another item I bought on eBay is not showing up in my eBay summary. YouTube video. Arrest all Freemasons and committee of 300 members and stop the illegal depopulation. Coggoon levels. Following a catastrophic national emergency, the president, or his successor, can authorize the establishment of a temporary shadow government to maintain control of the essential functions of the federal government. President Bush activated the shadow government on September 11, 2001, shortly after the second attack on the World Trade Center. Whitehouse.gov1.info. Some think it is proven beyond any reasonable doubt that a shadow government exists. The Defense Readiness Condition, DEFCON, is an alert state used by the United States Armed Forces. The DEFCON system, 5 graduated.
Oh, sorry, it was still on mic. That was not the idea. Anyway, the shadow government is simply a fake government that is there to take over, basically exterminate the real government, people that try to protect and serve the taxpayers, and to put in place their totalitarian global government the Jesuit infant eating homo pedo necro cannibals have in mind. Okay.
Levels of readiness, or states of alert, for the U.S. military. It increases in severity from DEFCON 5, least severe, to DEFCON 1, most severe, to match varying military situations. Readiness condition exercise term description Readiness DEFCON 1 cocked pistol nuclear war is imminent maximum readiness DEFCON 5 fade out lowest state of readiness normal readiness, wiki, DEFCON. A coup d'état is the illegal and overt seizure of a state by the military or other elites within the state apparatus, either a bloody coup or bloodless coup, APITI, UK Sean UK added, God is on. InfoWars mentions crowds on demand. I covered demandprotest.com. As a demand protest operative you will receive a monthly retainer of $2,500 on top of our standard per event pay of $50 per hour, as long as you participate in at least 6 events a year. So people are paid to demonstrate, so it's not really about a cause. It's just to create a crisis big enough to impose martial law and a totalitarian global government, so we can expect more ISIS attacks. Or is it wipe away any trace of the people that call themselves white supremacists and let Black Lives Matter take over? To create the environment to exterminate all non-Jews? This is the worst I could come up with right now. How can people allow this? Police issue statement on actors hired for Charlottesville race riot. The Alex Jones channel. Trump meets with goblins. Henry Kissinger and Trump had a meeting this week. Infowars.com November 17, 2016 Goblins? Targeting kids perhaps. 2008 YouTube video. Execute all Jesuits Masons and committee of 300 members. Only real murderers and depopulators. It is not doubt. It is certainty which makes men mad. Nietzsche aloud, the Black Lives Matter. I do not believe that they have not used this torture technology they have used on me on judges to get themselves and members of their group of the hook. Perhaps silence is better than saying something. It's on. Don't think. Lol. DailyStormer.ru, back for a couple of hours, webpage readout by speech engine. Macronymy is probably made by the neural network. I now denounce all religions. The world's top artificial intelligence companies are pleading for a ban on killer robots. Business Insider 2108-2017. Jews of which you did not expect they are Jewish, possible crypto-Jews, Eminem, real name Marshall Mathers, Michael Jackson's daughter Paris, U2 singer Bono, Bill Gates, Dr. Harold F. Shipman, Professor Pianka, Depopulating Earth with Airborne Ebola Reston book, Lenny Kravitz, Pink, Helen Slater, Harrison Ford, White Shred. Moralization degenerate depopulation, demoralization phase 1 of active measures. You can call me Mr. Beanie, but I might not pick up. No biochemical weapon for martial law, lol, parvo. It's always the neural network doing things based on our brain map theory. Hatred is an emotion people cannot control themselves. Condemning and denouncing does not work. Condemning hatred is like condemning love, because if you love something you usually hate the opposite. Hate and love are feelings, emotions created by evolution for our survival. And the neural network-controlled synthetic telepathy machine, remotely monitoring and altering brain waves. Let's get their team, they're a team, whatever. Google. Crypto Jews list. Overrepresented in the mainstream media. 90% Jewish-owned, control of the Federal Reserve Bank, overrepresented in all best-paying jobs. Menorah on White House lawn, Alex says, September 11, 2015 at 10:14 p.m. Could you make a crypto Jew list? I am aware of many instances of past proven crypto Jews, Lenin, and present, Bill Gates, Rupert Murdoch, and it would help to have evidence of many examples to back me up to my not-so-persuaded friends. Jew-owned media, Jewish reporters, journalists, Jewish Hollywood executives, Jewish bankers and economists, Jews in government, Jews in business, Jewish entertainers, musicians, artists, actors, miscellaneous etc., Jewish social leaders, Jew community leaders and activists, Jewish surnames, Jewish Jesuits, Jewish mobsters, Jewish expulsions and exiles, Jewish billionaires. SubvertedNation.net. Auditing the Fed? The chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System is the head of the central banking system of the United States. The position is known colloquially as chair of the Fed or Fed chair. The current chair is Janet Yellen, the first woman to hold the position. Yellen was born to a Jewish family in Brooklyn, New York, the daughter of Anna, née Blumenthal, and Julius Yellen, a physician. The previous Fed chair was Ben Shalom Bernanke, born December 13, 1953, is an American economist at the Brookings Institution who served 2 terms as chairman of the Federal Reserve, the Central Bank of the United States, from 2006 to 2014, yet ADL claims Jewish control of the Federal Reserve, a classic anti-Semitic myth. ADL.org. I don't get it. You cannot call what these Jews are doing control, you could argue, but it's clear the current and previous heads of the central banking system of the United States are both Jewish, so how can ADL claim it's a myth? The U.S. will no longer feel like a haven for Jews under Trump. TheGuardian.com. Trump warned that Clinton meets in secret with international banks to plot the destruction of U.S. sovereignty, a line that could have been lifted straight from the protocols of the Elders of Zion. Trump pushed the same age-old canard in his closing TV ad. It featured a gallery of 3 villains, all of whom were Jews: philanthropist George Soros, the Federal Reserve Chair, Janet Yellen, and the Goldman Sachs boss, Lloyd Blankfein. TheGuardian.com. Do Jews run the Federal Reserve? YouTube. Love is Old Battlefields. Pat Banner. Secret letter value of the name Jehovah in Hebrew? 44, which spells damn, blood in Hebrew. The Hebrew letter He can be seen as a letter Yud and a letter Dalet instead of one letter. I'm just exposing everyone involved in their depopulation as much as possible. There are non-Jews involved in the illegal depopulation of our planet as well. We are bathing in the sea of energy. We are energy. Give it a voice. The idea. Throwing a spirit. Purpfolder. Okay. Time to transform myself into Super Tintin. I am writing, of course, so perhaps I should find the captain first or whatever. Remove his killer alcohol bottles. So with an EMP device that is strong enough built with the YouTube building plans, I can destroy their cancer cell phones for their own good. I wrote about it. It's already on YouTube, so I cannot prevent them from building it. The perpetrators might think crypto-Judaism is the secret adherent to Judaism while publicly professing to be of another faith. Practitioners are referred to as crypto-Jews. Origin from Greek kryptos, hidden. The term crypto-Jew is also used to describe descendants of Jews who maintain some Jewish traditions of their ancestors while publicly adhering to other faiths. The term is especially applied historically to European Jews who, outwardly or forcedly, professed Catholicism, who were also known as Anusim or Marrano. The phenomenon is especially associated with Renaissance Spain, following the June 6, 1391, anti-Jewish pogroms and the expulsion of the Jews in 1492 unless they converted. Later, under its blood purity laws, Spain restricted explorers and settlers in the New World to old Christians of 3 generations or more. Wiki. Crypto-Judaism. Crypto-Jews list. Google search. Who controls America? The list you were never meant to see. Goimgazette.com. Drive slowly in the inner city. In areas with many houses there are pets, mainly cats, crossing the street. No more masturbation. We have to heal this nation. How about black guys wearing yarmulkes? Rock and blow. Fat, they're all reserved. Geert Wilders? Verified account at Geert Wilders. Dutch Prime Minister Rutte, VVD, and most of his colleagues are blind for the problem called Islam. Weak leaders, selling us out. I have made a broadcast about serial killing doctors, also covering the Jewish Dr. Harold F. Shipman, the doctor that killed over 200 of his patients, some right more than 400 with morphine injections. There must be an investigation into serial killing doctors. Old doctors should be checked to see if there are doctors that have a crazy amount of patients that died. If there are any, they should be investigated further. If they have still not arrested the committee of 300 members and Freemasons that wrote book quotes that prove beyond any reasonable doubt they want to depopulate the earth, that proves beyond any reasonable doubt your government is democidal. If you are an innocent civilian that was tortured with directed energy weapons, you know the government is terroristic, tyrannical, and they are not a real government anymore. Bring it back. Utter synthetic telepathy. Of opium. Perhaps I can read your mind with the psychic centipedes. Is nanotechnology the depopulation technology of the future?
That's just to warn everybody.
It's already there. Chippy, they want to inject you could folks with causes heart attacks and brain bleedings. The T4 nanobot that is shown in my image slide.
The nano death chippy. I've done broadcasts about this before, so I advise you all to check my previous broadcast. Sorry about the car honking, it was a bit too loud. It was not the idea.
Show regularly is a scanning electron microscope image. It's real. Smart dust, cancer chemtrails, nano fog. DARPA's nano fly modeled after the lowly blowfly. Hybrid insect microelectric mechanical systems are realer than hell as well. Brain bugs? YouTube video. There must be an investigation into serial killing doctors. Cancelled doctor's appointment. AMC. George Soros has created a dangerous situation by funding protesters that now demo for the money instead of good causes. InfoWars mentions crowds on demand. I covered demandprotest.com. As a demand protest operative, you will receive a monthly retainer of $2,500 on top of our standard per event pay of $50 per hour, as long as you participate in at least 6 events a year. Swastika symbol. The swastikas on Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain temples are exempt, as religious symbols cannot be banned in Germany. All left and all right, lol. Absorbed by NWO. Assimilation complete, lol. Perhaps the people depopulating you are the useless eaters. Satanic inversion. 80% of Ebola survivors suffer disabilities 1 year after discharge. Laboratory equipment 4 hours ago. Terrorism and jihad are demanded, required in the Quran. CC, 280 views 1 day ago. 2017. My YouTube videos are blocked selectively by YouTube. When visiting my channel an error occurs. I think we'll see more protest riots because to get the $2,500 they need to demo 6 times a year. InfoWars mentions crowds on demand. I covered demandprotest.com. The fake attacks are done by hired crisis actors. The next ISIS attack could be huge, especially if they are CIA in reality. ISIS attacks fake protesters paid. Fake protest staged by CNN film crew at London Bridge. Terrorist attack scene. Bush crime syndicate 2 months ago. 273,184 views. Fake news attacks fake protesters in a fake reality. Richie from Boston 7 months ago. 7,157 views. So they pay both fake sides out left and right to impose martial law. And eventually a totalitarian global government. Everyone that will be left after the ISIS attacks worldwide or Iran world war will be totally brain controlled by the satanic Jesuit.
So it's like they have to fake everything. The fake Apollo moon landing hoax by the Freemasons, the NASA Masons. And Freemasons are Luciferians.
Cannibals that already control most of them. Resistance is futile. We're Bilderberg. Paid crisis actors, paid protesters, fake attacks and fake protests for martial law. YouTube video. Fake ISIS attacks with crisis actors and fake protests by paid protesters for martial law. Do the Jews control the Vatican? If yes, when did they take over and by what means? Subvertednation.net. So Israel is allowed to have nukes but Iran is not? Typical Canadian less than American solar eclipse. Brian Rue 2 hours ago. 36 views. It. Continues. Universal P dose. Universal Peace Now. Bloody Sunday, sometimes called the Bogside Massacre, was an incident on January 30, 1972 in the Bogside area of Derry, Northern Ireland, when British soldiers shot 28 unarmed civilians during a peaceful protest march against internment. Race riots and fatal car attack in Charlottesville, Virginia is a Zionist-contrived hoax. NoDisinfo.com, August 14, 2017, YouTube video, Should it be illegal for racists, anti-Semites and/or homophobic people to demo, protest? I be live through the whale cancer radar. Paid to demonstrate, InfoWars mentions crowds on demand. I covered demandprotest.com. Cover up him. This voice is now licensed. Lol. The CIA bombers by NSA. Must find a way to fuck the do torturers back. Dox verbian, formal past tense, doxed, past participle, doxed. Search for and publish private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. Hackers and online vigilantes routinely dox both public and private figures. Expect nukes. Love and peace. Anon. YouTube video, anonymous about the fake ISIS attacks, hired crisis actors, and fake protests. Hired protesters. Anonymous about the fake ISIS attacks, hired crisis actors, and fake protests. Hired protesters. Testing 3-2. It's working. Anonymous song 2017. Know your options and cures. Sir Antidote 53,649 views. Top 10 of Anonymous intros. Ocularitas M4RK0. Anti-SC movement. The anti-security movement is a movement opposed to the computer security industry. Anti-SC is against full disclosure of information relating to software vulnerabilities, exploits, exploitation techniques, hacking tools, attacking public outlets and distribution points of that information. The general thought behind this is that the computer security industry uses full disclosure to profit and develop scare tactics to convince people into buying their firewalls, antivirus software and auditing services. Operation Anti-Security, also referred to as Operation Anti-Sec or #Anti-Sec, is a series of hacking attacks performed by members of hacking group LulzSec, the group Anonymous, and others inspired by the announcement of the operation. LulzSec performed the earliest attacks of the operation, with the first against the Serious Organized Crime Agency on June 20, 2011. YouTube video to watch. Anonymous reviews President Trump full rally speech in Phoenix 08/22/2017. Donald Duke version. Universal Peace Now. Eco-tax money scam. Global warming scam. Check Phase 3 of active measures, their strategy to take over the world in the description of this video. Use reversed active measures, generate economic surge, demilitarize. Thank you for your wonderful speech, Mr. President. My next broadcast, Anonymous exposes NASA's moon landing hoax. Uploaded. Holodomor Arano? Sounds a bit like more elbow roll. Autonomous Anonymous. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you back on this channel soon. Universal peace forever. Yours truly, Anonymous. Do we have an internet mine now that the TV is passé? I don't want a chick to suck on my balls, I want her to suck on my dick. An investigation into plastic must be started. A low-wage use, for example, is sold in big, green plastic bottles. A plastic must be developed that does not wear off and end up in food, causing men to grow breasts, and sea salt must be checked for plastic, bisphenol or something. All synthetic preservatives and colorants must be avoided, they cause cancer. My broadcast was cut off. The speech at the beginning was cut off, and this may be because it had to be reviewed first, so I made a video explaining why the beginning was cut off. Now the whole video is working and it's awesome. So spread virally or like healing antibodies. It's the same thing. I am still learning to broadcast. I do not think that everything we see in the mainstream media is fake. Then I'd be psychotic, I think. Truth equals power equals knowledge, defining reality. Obstructionism is the practice of deliberately delaying or preventing a process or change, especially in politics. By the way, sell the way. Use a 360-degree panoramic camera. Iraq bans U.S. from using territory to launch war against Iran. Talisur English 18 hours ago. Israel threatens to defend itself if Iran Lebanonizes Syria. Netanyahu to Putin. Talisur.net. Threatening strike in Syria, Israel tells Russia Iran is greater threat. The Sydney Morning Herald 6 hours ago. Stop war in Syria, prevent further attacks. Iran and Israel are poised for war, in Syria. The Hill, blog 19 meters ago. Hello dear YouTubers. This is the YouTube video, Anonymous, Anti-New World Order Movement, Anti-Global Gov Movement, Anti-GG. The Jesuits and Masons are depopulating Earth to a more controllable number in lots of ways. Since they want to depopulate to 500 million, I think it is likely that there may be a world war over Iran. Iran is not allowing inspections in violation of the IA Agreement Protocol, more and much bigger ISIS attacks, and, to deepen the crisis and to keep people's minds of other things happening, the mainstream media is covering fake attacks for which crisis actors are used and protesters get paid to protest. The ISIS attacks are fake. Crisis actors, all attack videos with one shoe lying about, the demos, the protests are fake. They are hired protesters that protest for money. They do not care about the goal of the protest. The opposition to the New World Order is fake. Alex Jones and many other people are controlled opposition shills. Watch this channel for more info and check this channel for info that is crucial for your survival and survival of the human race. The anti-GG movement is anti-G, the G of Freemasonry, anti-global government. We are also known under the name anti-global government movement. We have no leader. You are all leaders and should all do broadcasts to connect with real opposition to the global government the pedo elite have in mind. Beware controlled opposition. We are anti-centralization, anti-power to the pedo, pro-power to the people, power to the peaceful, pro-decentralization, anti-polarization, pro-depolarization. For making the rich a little poorer and the poor a little richer instead of the rich richer and the poor poorer. For letting corporations that are tax-exempt pay more tax money because everyone else has to. Anti-government corruption, anti-population reduction because we are not overpopulated in reality, since everybody would fit into Australia, have more than enough to eat and their own piece of land if we divide the Earth's wealth equally among man. We are for arresting all secret society members, and for arresting everyone that has advocated depopulating Earth in violation of the Genocide Convention. Arrest the committee of 300 members and Freemasons that advocate depopulating Earth. Unite before they depopulate you all with a third Jesuit world war. More ISIS attacks, including real attacks possibly with global consequences if ISIS equals CIA. Expose them to the bone and take action yourself, because the judges are controlled with directed energy torture weapons and synthetic telepathy. A fair trial is impossible. If you want to do something to bring these people to justice, you will have to do it yourself. The government must protect and serve the taxpayers, but it's infiltrated by Jesuits, Jews that want to depopulate Earth, and Masons. They are all depopulating Earth, so be prepared, stay vigilant. Remember to mistrust authority, because people have been killed for questioning authority. Ideas are bulletproof, CD-ROMs are EMP-proof, so put important evidence that proves these people have conspired to depopulate Earth and impose a totalitarian global government upon us all on CD-ROM or DVD-ROM. They are all slaves of the Jesuits that want to depopulate Earth and create a global government. 3 world wars has always been their goal, because they are a military order posing as a religious order. They have murdered my mother with HAARP and tortured the teeth out of my mouth with their FIPA array in Poker Flat, Alaska. Expose and unite. Become part of this new movement. Make video in which you explain why you are against the New World Order or global government they have in mind, and that people that are poisoning us all with cancer chemtrails and killer vaccines must be brought to justice. Thank you all for listening. Unite, unite, unite. Stay alright. Radiological water filter, storable food. Eternal peace to you all. Yours sincerely, Anonymous. Oh yeah, watch Ulrich Kaufman's YouTube channel. He has some awesome vids for you all. Peace out. KnowThisInfo.com. Destroy Skull and Bones members. Bilderbergers, Jesuits, Committee of 300 members, Freemasons and other depopulators only if it's proven beyond any reasonable doubt they are serial killers and it's impossible to get a fair trial. It sucks. It's sex. Spend it on controlling the 7 factors that control aging instead of stupid bloody wars that make more terrorists. The Jewish Zionist conspiracy, fake Jews, Talmud, Synagogue of Satan and the Illuminati exposed. Art Vandelay 5081 views, Be White Wolves, Not Jewish Frogs. Thule Productions 609 views. I'd rather stay myself. Titles of YouTube videos listed in this article that are not my own are not necessarily good videos, just gripping titles. I have viewed only a couple of them. Chemtrail Pilot Signals World, 100% proof. Truth Warriors 173,813 views 3 weeks ago. Dichotomy noun, dichotomy, plural noun, dichotomies, 1. A division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. A rigid dichotomy between science and mysticism. Synonyms: division, separation, divorce, split, gulf, chasm. There is a great dichotomy between social theory and practice. 2. Botany, repeated branching into 2 equal parts. Pope France is. So that's how you know they're gonna do France. Crazy. Cray.com. See? I think it is clear that nobody is doing anything about switching off their brain control machine. Anonymous has a tiny mouth. Freaking annoying. Most pipes don't fit in there, let alone a cock. Throw them allowed. Allowed if all out is spelled as allowed. So I cannot say, kill some kikes. Or is that a lie? Ally country, demon, the, man, depopulate man, kind. A computer program of the so-called supercomputer neural network, also known as Voice of God weapon. Is YouTube illegally selectively blocking my videos? Error when loading my channel youtube.com/user/ulrichkaufman/videos. The mainstream media is playing that they are anti-Trump but are, in fact, pro-Trump. Trump may be for a global government but they pretend he is anti-NWO. Trump may be friends with George Soros though they pretend to be enemies.
So yeah, I'm feeling kind of weak, and switch back to the main. There it is again. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Feeling kind of tired. I don't know. I might get some sunshine. Okay. Yeah, so watch my previous broadcasts. Most of them are not as anonymous. And I also exposed the fake anonymous. Of course, if you're the real anonymous, then you'd expose the fake anonymous. But you can never prove that I'm the real anonymous. And lately I haven't been hacking people, basically. Universal peace now. With echo on it. Pretty cool, huh? New mic. I like it. And I've plugged it into a separate USB that is fed from the power, not from the computer. Then you don't have the strange noises through it and shit that you don't want in it. Okay. So this was bought on eBay. I am pleased. Dispense the pleasantries. Universal peace now. And single ladies are still welcome for that free shiatsu hand massage. If you think I'm not too ugly, then you're welcome for a free shiatsu hand massage. Would be cool. We temporarily halt this broadcast for universal peace. Peace out. 6 Hexenhammer gets a lot of views, and he may be Jewish as well, so watch out. It seems like he may have studied something like that. So he does have interesting stuff to say. I'm not saying that it's not interesting. And any publicity is good publicity, so there you go. Universal peace now. Peace out.